Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Chasing Optimum. Well, it's 2026. I don't think Jackson's got a microphone.
Yeah, I do.
today.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, hello.
How you going?
Good.
2026.
Yeah.
You welcome the year in with a hangover.
Yeah, not massive one though. Usually, beforehand, yeah, but on New Year's
You
Eve.
got a bit excited, out of the gates too early.
Yep.
Had a bit of a bender.
Yeah, that was a Boxing Day. That was kind of like, emotion, as we were talking about. Like when you have emotion go through, you just kind of make bad decisions. But on New Year's Eve, I did well. We were in bed by 9, I think.
Yeah, awesome.
Living nice.
So that's good. Well, away we go, another year.
Yep.
So I just, it's funny with the start of the year because everyone feels, a bit rejuvenated, away we go, realigned. And I often wonder, why don't people do that during the year? Like, why does it always happen at the end of the year? I know it's, a bit of a break time and the whole world, it's a bit like a Sunday, really. Like on Sundays, people sort of expect others not to be working. So you have this energetic barrier around you a little bit. I think that's what happens at the end of the year. But imagine you could go through this year and feel fantastic right the way through. I mean, it doesn't mean it's going to be just blissful everywhere. Nothing's going to go wrong or nothing's going to be a challenge. It will be. But designing your life to live a phenomenal year, I think is where it starts. And it's about maintaining your energy. After all these years, 53 years of being on this planet so far, I can see now that energy is everything. The way you feel directly relates to how things go. So, believe it or not, Jackson, I've got a head cold. Had one over the last few days. I shouldn't have done that video saying I never want to get sick. Literally 2 days later, I got sick. So funny, isn't it? But over the last couple of days, I haven't felt that great. And imagine going through the year up and down like that. Like I've been sick once in 2 years. Or Fiji was the last time, was it?
Yeah.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
I was hoping to never get sick again, but not the case. But when your gut health is great, you tend to bounce back reasonably well. So I should be fine by tomorrow, hopefully. But it's an energy game. It's not getting the car, getting the money, getting this. Yes, they're all targets you can have, but if you're not fueled properly and you're not in alignment, things are just not going to flow to you as well, and you're not going to feel as good. And when you wake up in the morning and feel pumped and you're ready to go and your life is in a good place, I don't think there's a better feeling. No car will do that for you. I've had some reasonably good cars over the years, but I can tell you, you get them and then you drive them for a little bit. They're all the same. They're all the same. You just drive around with a steer. Yeah, I know they might make you feel good when you get into it. Like Tara loves her new car. I get that. I understand. Sometimes cars are their things, but imagine it's yourself, your body, your energy management, the way your attraction. I love when I'm in alignment because things just flow so easily to you. And someone comes, sales are easier, business just pumps along. When you're not in alignment in life, you just can't perform properly. It just doesn't work the same. You feel exhausted. And it's almost like you're anxious, constantly looking for something to work out better, or I hope this doesn't go well. I hope this doesn't go well. I hope this goes well. I hope this, like I'm hanging on to it for grim death to make sure it's like, oh, please, I need it to go through. I want life to be like almost nonchalant around, well, if they don't want to do business with me, don't worry about it. I can only control what I can control. And that is my mindset, my energy, my structure in the day, what I can physically do. The results will follow that. So when people talk about their best year yet, how many people have you heard say, this is going to be my best year yet?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah. At least 5.
And what do you reckon happens to most of them?
They're pretty into it for the first month or so, and then it'll just kind of go down back into old habits.
That's exactly right. I was talking to someone yesterday about gym memberships. Their friend owns a gym. And he said 80% of the memberships are hardly used, if not at all.
Mm.
He makes money off all of them, but the gym actually is used, not makes money. The gym is used by 20% of the people, roughly. That's what he said. And he said if he email markets to most of them, a lot of people cancel their membership. So he just leaves them, just there, because obviously he's wants to make money in the business. But isn't it interesting? So how many of those people, what would their excitement level be of week 1 joining the gym?
Super exciting.
Super exciting.
Yep.
3 months in?
Not as exciting.
Not as exciting. 1 year in? Most aren't going. And that's the thing. If you keep life simple, you'll be more powerful. And last year, I just set a target to do burpees every day. Burpees every day. I didn't miss one. And if anything, I increased it. So I increased, by the end of the year, I was doing 6 sets of burpees a day. Whereas I started doing 11 really bad ones. And then my strength got a bit better in the middle of the year. But I picked one thing. I didn't say I'm going to break the world record in real estate and I'm going to do this and I'm going to buy a McLaren and I'm going to buy a mansion and I'm going to do this. I said, I'm just going to do 11 burpees a day. That's what I set out to do. And I'm not going to miss a day. I can do that. It sounds very simple, but there's an awesome saying. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Why not teach yourself just to do one thing consistently every day for the year? Every day. What is it going to be? Is it going to be driveway walking? We did a video yesterday, driveway walking. Just talking 20 minutes after dinner, if you can do that. I had a message from a lady yesterday saying she's got young kids. She finds it very hard to stick to things. And I said, just do one thing. That's just one. Some days you're going to have more time. Some days you're going to have less time. But it's a little bit like a bank account. You want a little bit of savings in your bank account for things when they get a little bit tighter. Same as with time. You want to have just a minimum non-negotiable, I'm going to do this, because some days you're going to have no time. I can do 11 burpees at the factory when I train. I can do it in the morning with summer. I can do it on holidays. I can do it anywhere. If I'm out all day, I can do it at night before bed if I have to. I can do that. And then what happens is you start to build your muscle, the muscle of consistency. And when you stick to it and stick to it and stick to it, and there was many days where I'm like, why am I even doing these stupid burpees? But I do it anyway. And then a week later, I'm like, I'm really moving along in these things. I'm going to double it now, or I'm going to do a few more extra, and I'm going to play with them. And then I started doing power burpees because I saw some guy on TikTok or Instagram that's doing these way higher than me and all these different things. And I'm like, well, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to try that and practice that. It looked pretty silly doing the running man in the burpee sequence, but I didn't care. I'm just like, I'll get better at them. And that is the key. You don't need this year to be your best year ever. You just need it to be a consistent year ever, because that will build your muscle for the next year and the next year. And you'll get so good at not letting yourself off that you'll start moving forward at some point a rapid rate. That's why I'm not in a hurry with my goals. Like, I don't really have many goals anymore. Like, I've sort of done most things that I want to do. But, I'm sure there's some things like public speaking. That's my next frontier. I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to learn how to do it and build the muscle and get more confident and, work out what I should be saying and what people want to do. I've avoided it for a long time, a bit like a gym membership. And because I would get anxious and I would think, what if they didn't like what I had to say? And all these things would go through my mind. Whereas now I'm going to run into the yes. I'm going to run into the opportunity. So when people inquire and I go, and I'm like, I instantly usually go, no, I'm not going to do it. But now I'm like, I'm going to take that opportunity and I'm going to stretch myself, because it's the only way to get good at it, to be consistent. You can't do it any other way. If you want to play golf, go hit the ball 1 billion times and you'll be a better golfer, and get someone to show you along the way and learn and be there. But unless you show up, you can't do it. So all of this, there's another great saying, the road to failure is paved with good intentions. How many people say, oh, I really should go to the gym. I haven't been for a while. I like the gym because you can't hide it. So, Jackson, how many people say, "Oh, I really should go to the gym," or I should start eating better"?
It's like I feel like they, especially when they see someone who trains often. Like if you're a speaker, like back when I used to train at the gym every day, it's like every time you see someone who doesn't train, like, oh yeah, really got to start training again. It's like they feel like they need to say something.
Yeah,
almost every time.
That's exactly right. You just got to make, and that's why simplicity is good. When McDonald's was successful, and don't get me wrong, I don't eat McDonald's, but when it was like starting and all of that, it was known because it only had 6 burgers. That's all it had to choose from, 6 burgers. So you walk in and go, oh, I have a Big Mac or I have a cheeseburger or a quarter pounder. It was known for its simplicity. I mean, don't even talk about the quality of the food or anything like that. I'm not talking about that. But it's like the iPhone. When Steve Jobs made the iPhone, he wanted it to be able to be used without any instructions. It doesn't come with instructions. It's simple. And same as with our life. Keep it simple. You know, if you have no money in the bank, well, Jackson probably has none after he's...
No,
you got a little bit now?
I'm I'm all right.
Oh, that's good.
I'm comfortable.
I thought after the holiday you would have just had lashed out.
No, I definitely spent a lot of money though. But I'm all right.
Okay, good. Good to hear, Jackson.
Yeah.
Excellent. But if you got no money in the bank, just get $1,000. Like aim for don't aim for $100,000. Just $1,000, and just put $50 a week away if you can, and just do something. But every time you get paid, put $50 a week in the bank account, and just keep doing it. And keep doing it and keep doing it. And one day you'll hit $1,000. Then you'll get used to the $1,000. And then you'll feel uncomfortable if you have less than that. And then just keep but never stop putting the $50 in. And it builds up over time. It really does, because you get used to doing it. And you don't have to think to yourself, oh, how do I get $1 million in the bank and this and that? You're too far away from it. So if you're watching this or listening to this and you're like, okay, I really want to have a better year, then pick one thing that's your base non-negotiable, whatever that is for you. And it could be eating no sugar. It could be going for a walk. It could be doing burpees. It could be just going to the gym every day. Whatever it's going to be for you that you can maintain no matter what happens in the day, that's your one thing. And then you can build on it. Other days you're going to have more time, and other days you're going to be able to do more things than the others, and you'll feel better than some days. And then you can add to it. So if you want to get super fit, then you're going to need to push yourself. But you don't want to go hell for leather and push yourself straight away. Like, don't start going to a High Rocks event tomorrow. Build your way into it. Go for a kilometre run. And that's all you need to do for now. But have a longer term view. You know, this year is like, it's like, a square. Like, it's like start and finish. And just practice being super, like just showing up and being super consistent every day through the year. Maybe that's just your thing this year. When I switched this around, because I used to just work like nothing else, and I used to do nothing but work. And after about 20 years of that, I burnt out big time, and I didn't want to do real estate anymore. I was like, I couldn't take another call. I was just done. And then I thought, well, I sort of like real estate, and I've built a reasonably good company. It'd be a shame to walk away from it. And I wouldn't do something unless I liked it. And I did like I liked the cut and thrust of it all. But then I decided to bookend the days. This was my first target. I wanted to bookend the days. So I wanted to do something in the morning that got my energy going and got into the zone. And then I wanted to be home at a time where I could like do my wind down routine. And I've got a 2-year-old, and see summer and just have a little bit of a not so all work life. And that was my target. And I think it took me about a year and a half to adjust to that. But I'd try, and some days I wouldn't do it and some days I wouldn't. But you've got to train your environment. And that's what I started to do. And then over time, I literally never took appointments after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And my world started to move around it. My team started to understand what I needed out of life now, and different people did different things. But it took time, is why I'm saying this. And now I love the structure of my days. You know, I do my morning thing. I do a bit of summer, do a bit of sun time, go to work, do a few appointments. and then train and then go home. I don't need holidays now. Even though Tara likes to take one good holiday a year somewhere, I don't need them. My energy is through the roof, managed correctly each day. And the video I did yesterday on the driveway was how you spend each day is a snapshot into how you value your future. I'm fiercely protective of my time now because I understand if I protect my time, I protect my energy. And as I started with this whole thing, energy is more valuable to me than any car, any house, anything. Because if you've got the energy, you can create all of that stuff. If you don't have the energy and you aren't feeling great, you will underperform. You can pretend all you want. You can put a smiley face on your, as Esther Hicks says, you can put a smiley sticker on your fuel tank if it's empty, but it doesn't mean it's happy and it's going to fill up. It's still an empty fuel tank. You can pretend. I didn't want to pretend, and I used to. That's why I burnt out. I was living a non-authentic life. I wasn't enjoying it. So now you couldn't get me to do what I was going to say what I don't want to do. Sometimes you got to, but it's more done in a way that I feel aligned with. And alignment is everything. Gut health is the precursor for great energy, but also sickness. If there's something that I'd really like you to think about this year, is your gut health plan for 2026. Because great energy can't come without it. It's the computer board for your body. Your body's just a machine. And your gut health is a computer board for it. What you feed it, how you sleep, how you think, what you do with exercise and sun and water and all of these things. There's all of these parts that all go together. And if your gut health is happy, and it takes a while to change it, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, but 1 year could literally rebuild yourself from the inside out. Alcohol is just a no-go zone in my book. It's poison. It's poison for the gut. You cannot have a healthy gut and drink often or at all. I would say just get rid of it. You know, it's not worth the processing of the alcohol. It's just your body doesn't like it. But if you had a great gut health plan, fed yourself perfectly every day, didn't eat gluten, didn't eat dairy, didn't eat sugar, I've given up meat, all these different things, and you ate a couple of meals a day, a couple of Tommy shakes and the pods if you wanted to, and you just stuck to this rhythm in eating, because it sort of all starts there. Your food is fuel, but it also rebuilds your stomach. When I say rebuild it, it actually nurtures it. It's like a garden. And how you treat your stomach, your body will respond and look like that. So if you've got an abundance of energy, you're just taking care of your insides quite well, because it won't fake it. Like, you can't not take care of it and then not have energy and then pretend you've got energy. You won't look the same. I used to look grey. I did. I used to eat chicken and rice almost every day and eggs, and that's it, some wheat bix. And looking back now, I used to look grey. I used to put fake tan on my face and body almost daily. I was hiding it. Now I don't take any of that. I don't take anything that's like that. I just stand in the sun, get some sun, but I'm completely different now. But it's been about 6 to 7 years of living this way consistently. That's why I'm saying have a longer term view and start today if you feel that there's more out there for you. If you feel you want to look better, be better, perform better, everything will improve. Everything will improve. Well, you know, people go and get a donut with all this icing on it and sugar and fried in this oil and all this, and they eat the donut for pleasure. I look at it now and I think, what's that going to do to my body? Because, yeah, you can process it. Yes, you'll feel good for a minute, but then you won't later. But that's your body saying, thanks, but no thanks. Every single thing I put in my body now, I look at it and say, is this going to make me feel better or worse? is my body going to like it or not? Because what happens is if you don't treat your body well, you will get inflammation. And inflammation is just angry. It's just not happy. It's inflamed. It's like, and then that causes problems in all different ways. So why not just not go to the inflammation? So imagine this year you went through it and said, I'm going to protect my energy. I'm going to have some sort of small daily energy plan. And then I'm going to do one thing that helps me learn the power of consistency and build the muscle of consistency. Just one thing. And then you can do more, but one thing without fail. And then I'm going to fuel my body right. I'm going to treat it like an amazing machine that it is. It is out of control good. Like it's unbelievable what your body is. The amount of motors, the synchronicity, the cells, everything's rebuilding itself. It needs fuel. So I'm going to fuel it really well and then see what happens to that. And then every day I'm going to try and stay in alignment, emotional control, stay in alignment, stay in alignment, stay in alignment. Then I'm going to be as excited as I can about the future. So in all of that, if you did just that, you wouldn't have a great year. You would have an amazingly energized, phenomenal year. And it doesn't even matter about the goals. Like I said, I don't even really set goals anymore. Sure, you have things you want, like I love to do this, but I don't get fixated on them anymore. Because when you're humming along, powering at 150,000 miles an hour energetically because you feel so good, things just find you. You'll do way better than you thought you could. No, it doesn't matter what goal you write down. Like the universe will bring you that plus more because you're in the highest frequency possible. And this year is a frequency game. But you can't have a high frequency unless you have a high frequency formula. If you do that, then high frequency will be your normal. Not just every now and then because you feel good today. Every day you should feel good. Today I feel 90% because I've had this head cold thing. But that's okay. Whitney's had the same thing and she's knocked out for a 6. So hopefully my gut health is strong enough that I'll get over it very quickly. And that's a bit like emotions. When you have great emotional, when you like living in a high frequency and something happens that's not that great, you let it bounce off of you because you don't want to go there. You don't want disappointment to creep in. You just want to move on from it and go over here because that's there and it's not aligned with you. So just move on. Don't dwell on it and bring it with you because that's just going to wreck the future frequency. Being a high frequency individual takes work. It takes desire to be that. And it takes commitment to say no. No, that doesn't fit into my world. Yes, I want to do this, even though it's boring. Like someone wrote last night, why do you walk around the driveway? Because it's convenient. Summer's just had dinner. There's a whole lot of reasons. I don't care if I'm walking around in a circle. I'm walking for 20 minutes because it helps with digestion. It helps with blood sugar. It helps with cardiovascular stuff. It helps with circadian rhythm. It helps with digestion. All of these things. I don't care if I'm walking around in a circle. I'm doing it. I am doing it. That's the point. I don't care if I'm walking in a park and around a driveway, around the lounge room. I don't care. I'm doing it because I said I would. Make 2026 the year of showing up. One thing, keep it simple. Build on it over time. Gain momentum. Build your muscle. Build your muscle of consistency. Learn how to do it. Be a fierce warrior with doing one thing and see what happens. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. It'll ripple across your life and you will become the most bankable, consistent, disciplined, high-frequency individual at some point in time through the year. Others will look at you and go, wow, you're a machine. I'm not a machine. I'm just committed. That's how you have a great 2026.